morning once again. Wayne Hathaway here with some good seeds, and have a really good seed to plant for us this morning, and pray that as we consider it, it will be a huge blessing to us. It's found in the 107th Psalm, verse 8, but it's also repeated in verse 15, 21, and 31. And that comes out of our reading from Isaiah 63 through 64, Psalm 107 and John 2. But these verses I want to highlight because they're just such an important statement to us. Oh, that men would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Well, as I said, that statement is made 4 different times in this chapter, and the plea is made that we would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness, for the wonderful works that he does to the children of men. And then, just look behind me at the sky, and you can see some of the wonderful works of the Lord. The sun is coming up, shining upon the clouds, and the beauty of that, and that causes me to think about all of the creation, and all that God has done in creation that we enjoy and love. And what should we do in response to that? We should give thanks to the Lord for his wonderful works. But 4 times in this chapter that plea is made, and each time it comes after the words that show God's mighty hand in delivering his people. His goodness, it's past comprehension, especially when you consider that too often we fail to acknowledge his goodness in delivering us sometimes from impossible situations. And the reason? Well, simply because we cried out to him. God, knowing that the children of Israel would not follow in righteousness, delivered them anyway. If that isn't love, well, then I guess I don't really understand what love really is, because despite our disobedience, despite Israel's disobedience, despite our failures, he goes on loving us and caring for us and hears us when we cry out to him. 4 times the children of Israel cry out, and 4 times God answers, and that cycle is repeated. And of course, those aren't the only times, only 4 times that God has done that. No, he does that all the way through their existence. These are just examples for us of the distress, the situation that the children of Israel were in, and they cried out to the Lord, and God heard their cry. And so what does it say to you and me today, who are walking with the Lord, who know the Lord? Well, I think it says to us, God's still faithful. He still loves us and still cares for us. And what should we do in times of distress, in times of trouble and heartache or difficulty or situation that seems impossible to bear? What do? We cry out to the Lord. He is the one that we cry out to, because he's the one who loves us and cares for us. He's the one that knows about your circumstance. He's the one that knows about your situation. And when we cry out to him, he hears us. So hang on, don't give up, don't give in, but keep on keeping on. And as Paul said to the Galatians in the 6th chapter, don't be weary in doing good. In due time we'll reap if we faint not. So don't faint, don't fall short of that. I want to encourage you today, encourage myself to say, listen, this may be a difficult time. It may be a straight place, a difficult time. But listen, God is faithful. And we cry out to him, and he hears our cry. His ear is attentive to us, and he cares about what's going on in our lives. Oh, that men would give thanks to the Lord for his wonderful works to the children of men. Let us be faithful to give him thanks. Amen. May the Lord richly bless you today as you offer up praise and thanks to the Lord. Amen.